what a fitting start to a brand new episode. What's going on? It's Mr. Young.
And it's for in the building, bro. You're back, live.
Absolutely live. It feels good, and it feels good because we have a special guest. Our very own intern, Saleh, is joining us on the podcast today. Saleh, welcome to the show, my friend, for the very first time.
Hello guys.
It's good to see you, my man.
Yeah, man. It's crazy to know, right? Like we've been working together a couple of years, a couple of seasons already. But this is the first time you're officially on the live stream. We've always seen you on the chat, but now everyone has a face to match the voice and the words, right?
Yeah.
So like, how does it feel? How does it feel right now?
I mean, like, cause I don't usually talk live. I mean, I do. Like, I used to be like a college radio DJ in ITE.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm finding out about this, yeah?
Yeah, I was a college DJ back in like 2019 when I was in ITE. So that was like the last time I talked live with a talk set and everything.
Hey, give me some sort of intro, man. Like some welcome some new music. I want to hear that radio voice of yours. Come on.
Oh my god.
You mean cut a promo? That's what you want him to do. You want him to cut a promo, is it?
We intro turn into the deep end.
Damn.
Okay, you know what? Do an intro for us.
Okay, can.
Let's do it.
Alright. Okay. Hey guys, I'm Saleh. Used to be That Saleh Show, but now it's Kick to the Gut. Hi guys, what's up?
Okay. You know what? Not bad. We'll put Saleh through the paces under the learning tree, and we'll brush it up. Ken is Ken.
Oh my god, I'm on it.
Saleh, under the learning tree of a 20-year veteran in the radio scene, bro.
Hey,
die for this,
That's why, No, I'm just kidding. I mean, we're all just here to talk about wrestling and have fun. Yeah. Of course, everybody in chat, if you're here, thank you so much for being here. You've probably seen Saleh before at all the events, at the SPW, at the GrappleMAX events, right? And he was there at GrappleMAX. We had to put everything on Saleh this past weekend because I unfortunately fell ill. For whatever reason, bro, I don't know if you've ever had this before. I only fall ill when I'm on leave. It's the stupidest, most irritating thing ever, It's as if, I'm not saying I'm like the most hardworking person, but I'm pretty hardworking. You know me, you can agree, right? I'm a pretty hardworking guy, right? I feel like it's almost my body's way of like, oh, finally you got time to be sick. Okay, now you got sick when you're on leave. It's damn irritating, bro.
Bro, you're that kind of guy that cannot retire, right? The moment you retire and stop working, I think
that's it, bro.
I'll
die. No, like I have to be doing something, right?
Yeah. But it's cool. It's all good. I'm happy that you're feeling much better, Mr. Young.
Thank you.
One of the things a lot of people always ask, hey, from where we find this Saleh? Where he come from? so Saleh, right? Tell the rest of our listeners here, like, how do you actually discover Kick to the Guy, and how do you actually end up, working together with us?
All right, cool. So I think what is the month before August? June,
July.
Is it? Yeah, July. Yeah. So it was.
That's the quote of the day. But what is the month before August?
So it was July 2022. So it was like I was still in LaSalle. I studied in LaSalle. My school was asking us to find an internship.
Yeah.
So I think I was like, I want to do something that I love, which is like I mean, I love a lot of stuff. I love comics. I also, one of them is wrestling, and then I guess I discovered Kick to the Gut. Like I was just like scrolling, through YouTube and my socials. I found out that there is a podcast in Singapore talking about local wrestling and like everywhere. So I approached and DM Kick to the Gut. And I think within that 1 week, Farhan replied me back, and then we had a call, and then we had like a Zoom meeting between the three of you guys, and then boom, I went to like my first show for ROR. That was August. I'm not sure what show that was, but I know it was an ROR show. And then then from there, like I slowly get into like embedded myself in the scene. So I mean, I'm still like, I would say, not say awkward, but I used to be more awkward, trying to talk with people, especially people that how to say
of a certain position, slightly, like,
correct. Like, especially like yourself, the two of you guys.
Oh, okay.
Like Greg, Stephen. So because I usually saw them like live shows, and then to see them, like to talk to them like a friend is like it's a different feeling. And then here I am, fast forward almost 2 years now. So yeah.
You know, I must say something nice about Saleh before we proceed. Never in my life, somebody sent us a resume, applying. We didn't even know we had an internship position.
Right.
We created one for you.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, and credit to what you do as well, Saleh, right? Like, it was a thing where it was just the two of us. Like, for the longest time, this is a two-man show. And then we realized at the end of the day, right? As much as we want to go to every single local wrestling show, as much as we want to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, we are just two guys who have, like day jobs and relationships, all that kind of stuff. So I think we were being spread a little bit too thin. And so I think you came in at the right time. It's almost as if the universe, Papa H, put you in our lives, and then it all worked out well,
Yeah.
In Papa H, we trust.
Of course.
Yeah. Speaking of Papa H, man, I think a lot of people wanted to dive right in. We just finished Raw, Monday Night Raw.
Hey, hold on, Foreign. Your
Yes.
audio is a bit wonky, actually.
There you go. Let me get you.
Speak directly into it, man. Imagine it's a nice, juicy sausage.
Bro.
Actually, no.
My body might not work, but my mouth still works.
Oh!
If you know what I mean. Okay,
Yes,
anyway.
yes, sir.
Yeah, so we just finished Raw, right? And easily, in my opinion, the best Raw of this whole road to WrestleMania. Did you guys see the highlights, bro?
Okay, did you watch the whole show or did you just watch the highlights? Because I only watched the highlights. I've been busy this morning.
Bro, I clearly went through all my meetings with the show on the background and side-eyeing, clearly.
Work from home live. Saleh, what about yourself?
Yeah, I watched the highlights as well because I didn't had a chance to watch Farhan multitasking and everything, so I just watched the highlights. It's crazy, man.
Bro,
it's crazy.
I only watched 2 clips and I'm literally so excited to watch Raw in its entirety after we finish doing the podcast. This is the first time I felt this sort of excitement. But didn't we talk about this a couple of weeks ago, actually, Foreign? The lead up to WrestleMania is there's going to be some backstage brutality one of these weeks.
We did.
It's going to happen, and it happened today on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it came to fruition. And the crazy thing is, right, we were just about to talk about, what do we talk about this week? Because Raw, SmackDown, they didn't do such a good promo, in my opinion, between Roman and Cody. It felt by the numbers. But I think they really hurt. And I think the best thing about this current regime is that they are listening to their fans. They're always responding on the fly. So it feels like a very organic relationship between the WWE and the universe itself.
Okay, how crazy is it, right? Just consider 2 years ago, the criticism of WWE was, they just only stick to their guns and they don't listen to the fans. AEW was they really listen to the fans. And now it's almost as if it's the complete opposite. Tony Khan has a very set booking, whatever he's fantasized, and he's going to stick to it no matter what. Whereas on the other side, Triple H is just, okay, yes, we are listening to you. We're listening to the crowds. We're listening to Isn't that kind of mind-blowing that it's swapped 180 within a year?
Yeah, you either, die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. I think that's what we see with The Rock, with Tony Khan, with everybody, right? It's so crazy, right?
With Vince.
Vince, I think that was, all his shitting aside. Him leaving the product was the best thing that happened to the product in a long time.
It is. And before people talk about listening to the fans, right? We are live. So
yes.
I will take the time to shout out to our Patreons because people have been asking, you all pre-record the last 2 weeks, so sad. Okay, now shout out to you guys.
They really want the live feels and element, is it?
They're not happy, if
Alamak, okay.
So my shout out, give shout out now.
Viz, Psychotic JJG, Zarifi, and LK. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head everybody's name now because it's not on the scroller now. Div Royalty,
yo.
Mama Daniel, DJ Jeffy G. Who did I miss out?
Well, you miss out the people that's actually on the live chat right now. Let's see.
Okay. LK. Irvin.
Rudy. Gaya. Yes. What's up, guys? What's up, Irvin? What's up, Dave? What's up? Who's Dom? The D.
The
GrappleMAX is in the chat, yeah.
Oh yeah, we were saying hi to everybody in chat. I feel like the Miz, remember when he had to look at his wrist for the phone numbers for the Diva search? or Tough Enough. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you're doing a good job, bro. It sounds good.
But yes, it's good to see everybody in chat. Come say hi if you're just looking as well. We are going to get into the GrappleMAX Amplify review in just a bit with Saleh, because our guy, he was there live on the scene.
For sure. But before, of course, we need to kind of clear the intro of Raw. Speaking of, giving people what they want, right? So I'll take it through chronological order. The show started off with Cody Rhodes, right? And Cody Rhodes, immediately you can tell, got a different attitude about him. He wasn't being nicey. I think he heard people saying, hey, why you shake the hand of that guy who screw you out of the biggest WrestleMania match ever?
Yeah.
And he did straight away right off the bat say, hey, I respect Roman Reigns, but let me make it perfectly clear I hate his guts. So we were like, oh, okay, so this guy, he's really gonna, make it clear that, he's not taking it lying down. Yep. And then everybody thought the segment is gonna end because he pointed to the sign. He got the fans to point to the sign. And then all of a sudden, literally nobody announced it beforehand. The Rock appeared in Chicago.
Oh, yes.
He wasn't advertised. He was advertised for next week in Brooklyn. So if you guys watch the reaction, you look at the audience. That was an Attitude Era pop. Remember when people used to stand up?
Yeah.
When the Rock comes. So that happened because nobody expected he was to come. And then he marched to the ring. He didn't do any of his goosebumps or play to the crowd. He just walked straight to the ring. And the crowd was chanting holy shit and cheering him on, right?
Yep.
He didn't even acknowledge the fans. He went and straight away, Vin Diesel style, raised his hands come, beat me up,
Right.
Take a punch, right? And then when, Cody didn't react, he went up to his face and then whispered something and then walked away. The Chicago crowd started booing because it's everyone expected The Rock to come and to talk to the fans, right? And he walked away. He did a Chris Jericho, if you guys remember.
What is a heel? At the end of the day, a heel is somebody who doesn't give the crowd what they want. And the crowd wanted... here's the thing, with this whole run of The Rock, right? It does feel remember when he was in Nashville, Tennessee, and he was doing the Rock sing-along thing, and he was getting he was the face, which felt a little bit off, right? I am so happy to see this savage Rock. I don't know what you want to call it now. He's not really Hollywood Rock. He's merciless Rock. He's as we will see later, He beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. And the funny thing was, as he walked away, that was what the audience thought was going to be the only appearance of The Rock that night, right? He's just going to come, you're going to have this layer of mystery where he say, what is it that you whispered to The Rock? But what surprised me was that The Rock actually completely stayed through the night and appeared right at the end of the segment when nobody thought he was going to be there to beat the shit out of Cody, if you guys saw that clip.
The current WWE product they've gotten really good at subverting expectations, haven't they?
Yeah.
And that's how you create these viral moments, these pops, right? Make people assume that, he's not going to stay alive, because these are tropes that we've expected from the product for such a long time. But, now we subvert them, and I think that's why the current era is so cinematic, so beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm curious, Saleh, you're pretty young, you're in your early 20s, right? So, from our point of view, the WWE has been pretty PG, pretty stale in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And is this considered to you the most invested you're in wrestling? Because you came into time when wrestling wasn't as hot as it is or was.
Yeah. So I think because people said about Hollywood Rock and everything. I wasn't there. I started watching wrestling probably 2007.
Wow.
8.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was primary 1, primary 2. There was of course I think there was PG era almost. So I grew up with the Shield and everything. So when people talking about when people talk about the Attitude Era, I couldn't sometimes I couldn't relate, because that's not my era. So especially now seeing Hollywood Rock, or some people would say, right now, I think it's sort of refreshing for me to see, and then with the product currently, and as well how The Rock did to Cody backstage at the end of the segment, with all the blood. I think it was refreshing for me to see, because I grew up to see The Rock in those Fast and Furious franchise and everything.
As the good guy lah.
The good guy, yeah. So
does The Rock live up to the legend. You know, everybody saying Attitude Era was the best, The Rock and Stone Cold is the best ever. Now seeing him perform, you know, the last couple of weeks very regularly, seeing his range, like does he live up to, you know, all those people talking and hyping him out as one of the best?
And let me add a question to that as well. What do you think of his comedic self versus his intense self? Which seems more real, organic to you?
I would say the intense side of Dwayne, you know, like I think like how like recently they package him as like this final boss, especially like entrance and everything. So I think that lived up to what people say. So I was like, okay, all right, this dude is actually cool, like really a legend, you know.
I mean, I don't want to compare, but you know, just look at the way they presented The Rock versus the way they presented, who do you think I'm going to say?
Adam Copeland.
No, somebody else who is a god of, like a legend in wrestling that has just debuted on AEW.
Oh, you're talking about Okada?
Oh, Okada.
Oh, you guys already forgot him. You guys already forgot him because he's become one of the guys. He's wrestling on Collision. He had a full-on match, and I'm sorry, but he looked so bad in the. Anyway, I don't want to go there because
Mr. Young is a professional hater also.
No, hey, and it's not that I'm a professional. I'm just trying to like point out, like based on what you just said, right? Like look at this is the perfect example of someone who didn't watch the product, who doesn't know anything about The Rock, right? Who only has heard about him peripherally because he didn't grow up in the era. This is exactly how you portray somebody. WWE know how to present and, you know, a character. Like that's what Okada should be doing. He should be minimizing the amount of action he gets on screen, but when he does it, it is brutal and it is effective. Not like shitty short arm recall clotheslines that look like crap in a company where everyone's doing dives off screens. I'm sorry I went on a tangent, but go ahead.
Bro, but speaking of, you know, presenting somebody like a megastar between both companies, I don't know whether you guys saw the clip about CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
They had a segment, and I tell you, bro, you know, some people love work shoots and shooting from the hip and, you know, being a promo god.
Yeah.
Wow, these three really brought it, bro. This my favorite segment of the night.
You know what it is?
Ironically.
Yeah, right. Actually, you know what? It's hard to even compare because they're such different segments. And once again, this is kudos to how they segment their show. You don't have them like. If this were any other place, they might just do 2 talking segments or 2 backstage beatdown segments, right? But no, they did 2 very different type of segments. And talking about being gods on the mic, we are now in this era where you can tell they are being allowed to go, quote unquote, go off script a little bit, just say what they want, but still within parameters. You know what I think it is? Okay, as someone in upper management, middle management in a creative endeavor, right? What I see this is a boss letting the staff that he knows, okay, this fella can talk, this fella knows what to do. Like, you give it to CM Punk. CM Punk, say what you want about him, right? He will talk shit, but he will sell the pay-per-view. He will sell the match. He knows how to do it. It's natural to him. And that's why they get the leeway to. So those who can get the leeway to do it. Those who a bit cannot, okay, you all better memorize your script.
Yeah,
you know?
There's a difference between like saying something just for shock and awe or like get people talking, you know. Some people just want to say it like, oh, just because it's controversial, but it doesn't serve the story.
No,
right?
It doesn't sell the pay-per-view or sell the upcoming show, sell the story. It doesn't progress the storyline. Yes.
Yeah. But you know what's ironic, right?
Young Bucks. Sorry, yes.
what's ironic is, right, I'm excited for CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, and I'm excited for Cody Rhodes versus The Rock. But none of those matches are booked for WrestleMania.
No, isn't that the beauty of what they've set up? They've set up so many potential matches down the road past WrestleMania that it kind of is mind-boggling. Okay, look at what they've set up in this whole situation. Like you said, right? You got Drew versus CM Punk. You have a potential CM Punk Seth Rollins, potential triple threat match. You have Rock versus Triple H, even though not in a match, but there's some sort of political. It could extend the Survivor Series. Team Rock versus Team H, right?
Yeah.
Roman versus Rock. Cody versus Rock. Like, holy hell, they are set for the next year.
Yeah, and we are just talking about main event segments, you know. Like, why I said this Raw was like the best, to me, of the year, was because every single major storyline, even down to the mid-card opening match, like everything like really served the wider story. Like you had the first match on the card was Ricochet versus Judgment Day, JD McDonough, and it was a banger match. It's almost as if Triple H was like, hey, you all make fun of this JD with the big head, right? This guy can actually work, you know. This guy was Jordan Devlin in NXT UK. So they had like a banger match just for fun, you know. But there was a wider story because I don't follow Raw like all the time, right? I didn't know that Ricochet the last 3 weeks is 3-0 on the Judgment Day.
Oh.
He has beaten, you know, I don't know whether he beat Damian Priest, but I think he has beaten JD and Dominic Mysterio.
Yep.
There's a storyline there between the Judgment Day. And then there's also Becky and Rhea. Rhea came out, addressed, if you guys didn't hear, she addressed the segment where what she posted online on the house show where she was doing wild stuff with the sting face. You guys saw that?
Oh my. Okay, so for those who didn't see it, right? So it was a house show, right? And then Nia Jax wanted to give her a sting face. She reversed and then gave Nia Jax the sting face or something like that. And then there was a point in it where Shayna Baszler was like, no, give me the sting face.
Yes.
That was the second night, right? I think.
It was the second night?
Yeah. So
second night,
it was a whole loop. It was a whole. So
okay.
we were doing sting faces on every girl, but
wait, is Shayna Baszler like? Is she?
I'm not too sure.
Is she gay? Is she lesbian?
I
think she is, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, so that makes sense. Like, give me the sting face. That makes sense. Okay, fine.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I think she addressed that on Raw, and she was saying like Becky was accusing her of like being a part-time champion, doesn't wrestle on Raw, doesn't do matches on Raw, and then she said, "I don't need to do matches. I can post a video online, and these freaks will eat it all up."
Nice.
She knows.
Yeah, she knows. They're all it. I mean, I know this is not going to catch on, but this is truly the smart era, where they are now working the smart crowd, the smart marks like us, right?
Yeah. I like the term the Renaissance era or Renaissance era.
See, I don't know if that will ever stick because the Renaissance era implies that the era before that was dog shit, which it was, but they're not going to admit it. You know,
but to me, ruthless aggression was marketed, but the era was bestowed upon them.
Yeah,
and PG era was definitely not.
Not
their spiel.
Yeah,
but they have since adopted it and embrace it and actually put it on a timeline. So I feel they're gonna listen to the fans, and once the fans deem it such an era, they're gonna put it out there.
Okay, let me very quickly tangent and chat. I want your opinion on this as well. What one event triggered the Renaissance era?
Nice.
Do you reckon?
Saleh,
Saleh,
I want you to be the first one to tell me your thoughts on that.
All right. I mean, like a part of me wanted to say SummerSlam 2020. For like Roman. I think like when Roman came back. I think that was where like the tribal chief era. I think for me that was the point, I guess. But if you want to talk about like how like Triple H took over and everything, I think probably SummerSlam 2022 was it? Was it 22 or 23?
Yes, 22 was the first time PLE was officially taken charge by Triple H. Yes.
Yeah. Then I guess it will be SummerSlam 2022.
Yeah. Because don't forget WrestleMania 38, where it was the biggest, most stupendous main event of all time.
Yeah.
That was still a Vince thing, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't the best, except for Cody Rhodes' return.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my so-called starting moment, right?
Yeah.
Was Cody Rhodes' return at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think that changed the vernacular, that changed the conversation where the momentum was in AEW's way where everyone like AEW was cooking in 2021. Let's not forget, right?
Yep.
But then when Cody Rhodes was make the first major defection from AEW to WWE, because all that while WWE stars was going to AEW, right? But Cody was the first to do like the proper other way around. That was when I think WWE is gonna get back some momentum, and his appearance has proven the case, in my opinion. What about you, Young?
The Vince McMahon lawsuit. No. When we found out he would shit on people. No. Personally, I would actually agree with Saleh in that I think it was really the quote-unquote cinematic storytelling, right? That sort of kicked this whole thing off. The return of Roman Reigns, and suddenly he's the tribal chief, and giving him this long title reign. It was the first thing that caught people's eyes. It was the first of many quote unquote well thought out storylines, you know?
Yeah.
So
Don't you think the pandemic actually was in a way a great reset for WWE?
In a weird way, yes. In a weird way, I know what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I get you. Div said the mic catch and the win from Roman Reigns. Wow.
Okay.
When everyone realized Roman's real strength in hyper dramatic segments. ASMR Reigns, yes. Actually, that is so true.
Hey, what's up, Muhammad Gaddafi? Yes, we were talking about what is the genesis moment of this so-called era that we are living in for WWE right now.
I mean, here's the thing. I can see the documentary in 30 years' time, right? It will consist of all these different elements. Roman Reigns and the Tribal Chief era. Paul Heyman being a huge part of that. Sami Zayn and then the Usos, blah, blah, blah. But then also, like you said, Cody Rhodes suddenly adding a whole new wrinkle to it. And then the departure of Vince and Triple H having that total creative control. I think that is like the topic, the icing on top of the cake. Without that, I think it still wouldn't be as crazy as it is now. And let's not forget Logan Paul, the perfect use of influencers.
Yeah. And we haven't even talked about CM Punk, Randy Orton returning.
Yes.
We haven't even talked about John Cena still coming in and out. You know, there's just so many over stars. Like, that's what it is, right?
It's mad. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So it's a good time to be a WWE fan. Sorry, go ahead.
I would also like say, like, you know, the internet as well, like, helped it. Like, I think like especially like Roman's TikTok game, or like even Logan Paul's social media game is like just really elevated the general audience like eyes into the product. So I think it's a pretty cool era to be in, you know.
Yeah. Can we take a moment, right? You know, all three of us wrestling fans and here on the chat, we have 3 generations of wrestling fans here. I'm sorry, Mr. Young, but it's true. Like,
I represent the golden era. What you gonna do, brother?
I'm an attitude era and ruthless aggression era kid, right?
Yeah.
And Saleh, you are, I would say, PG era?
PG era, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, but it's very interesting because we are approaching the business from 3 things. Because the way Saleh said it, right, I just realized, like, Saleh will be on the ground, you know, listening and being very deeply immersed in social media and seeing how the wrestlers connect through social media there. So most of the so-called memes and all the like content that we've been creating is actually through Saleh's lens of how he sees things, and it resonates. And it's pretty cool that because for Young, you will know all about, you know, the history of or why, you know, wrestling has been popular all this while, you know. And for me, I just love psychology, and I'm a stats guy. I'm like the Tony Khan equivalent for kick to the gut, right? I know every single record. I know,
bro. Where are your millions and billions of dollars?
Hey,
Fundas, bro.
Bro, it's you know, Ramadan. I gotta give away my money. You know,
right.
Take care of the people. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, I think, I think that helps give us perspective on a lot of the things that we see, because we're not just seeing it from one point of view. We're seeing it from 3 different eras of wrestling fans.
Okay, let's talk about that 3-way interview segment that was crazy. Now, let's get back onto the topic at hand. Okay, so we had CM Punk come out, hometown crowd, of course. This is the AEW model, by the way. Have your, you know, guys sell out the hometown crowd.
But 15K sellout for, you know,
for Raw.
Arena.
For Raw.
Yeah. Apparently it's the 11th consecutive sellout that they had on this road to WrestleMania. So it's a big deal. And to be very frank, CM Punk cut to be very what? To be very what? No, CM Punk had like a 2-minute, 3-minute preamble where it was just him in the ring.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the best part of the entire thing. It was actually it was gonna be by the numbers, by his standards.
Yeah.
You know?
But then
Sorry.
He talked shit, he milked the crowd a little bit, and then Drew McIntyre's music played, right?
Correct.
And you can tell there are a few awkward moments because they were going off the cuff. They weren't, you know, hitting those like quote unquote. You know how it is when it's very obvious if they are saying a line that they've prepared. It's like very obvious, and then it is usually designed to generate a pop or ooh from the crowd. But you can tell they're just throwing barbs at each other, like, oh, cut that crap music, like, you know, like it's very real. It's very not scripted, which makes it more real.
I know, Young, you are the, you know, designated AEW hater here, but Hangman Page could never. He could never do what Drew McIntyre did just now, man. The work shoot promo, like I think Drew was shooting.
Bro, you meant to say that I'm the designated truth teller
A truth teller, the truth sayer.
Objective, individual here. But no, that's absolutely it. Kudos to Drew, kudos to Seth for being able to hang with CM Punk. They definitely held their own. There was even one, I can't remember what Drew said, but it was something about, I forget. But rehab. It was the rehab line.
Oh yeah, the line was okay. Even if that line was written or scripted, it was an amazing line. He was saying you're straight edge, you don't drink, you don't do drugs, but you're always in rehab.
and even CM Punk, did you see him mouth it? It was like, that's not bad, that's good, that was good.
Yeah. So, I love it. I love how they are using their character to inform how they would speak, which makes more sense than just spewing lines, right? They're thinking like, I'm this character. How would I address it?
Yeah.
And the best part, bro, Seth Rollins came in the middle of the whole thing and he was serious Seth Rollins.
Yes. Less of the Joker dancing Seth Rollins and more of, I got shit to say, I'm going to say it now.
Yeah, it's really funny because I feel like they were talking about how CM Punk needed them, to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like CM Punk was parachuted into this world title scene to make it feel like a world title storyline because they were doing promos the last few and it was just, you know what I mean?
Right. So, do you think it has elevated that entire title scene?
Oh, for sure. I feel like now, people will actually want to see this match because they want to see CM Punk being involved. I know he's going to do commentary per se, but man, imagine if he was special guest referee and then this whole match was sponsored by WWE 2K24.
Yeah, that's right, because the new mode is special guest referee. Saleh, did you feel a bit of disappointment when he said, yes, I'm going to be special guest commentator instead of special guest referee?
I mean, because how CM Punk is good on the mic, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a much better role than a referee, I feel. So that's where he can, I guess there will be a segment in mid-match where they probably come to the commentary table and just probably do something. For me, I'm actually kind of happy that he's actually on the commentary team for that match because I think he can do a lot of stuff there as well.
And he can further the heat storyline or whatever, with all those characters as well. Yeah, a part of me was like, oh man, it would have been cool to see him as special guest referee and somehow just screw them both.
Yeah. A lot of people forget, right? You take your, rewind back to 1997 when Shawn lost his smile and he didn't get involved in the match that he was supposed to have, that rematch with Bret Hart, and then Bret Hart versus Austin was in WrestleMania 13. Shawn Michaels was on guest commentary for that match.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right?
That's right. You're right.
Right. So there's a parallel there, and it was in Chicago, WrestleMania 13.
Look at you, Mr. Encyclopedia over here. Wrestling Encyclopedia.
Statistician here, right? Before we move on, we gotta give a shout out to one of our patrons who just turned up on the chat. Justin Gilbert.
What's up?
He is the guy that was telling me that he's gonna go to WrestleMania live in person in Philadelphia, bro.
You're living our dream, man. Have fun.
Shout out. He's saying that he's flying to New York this Friday, and I'm assuming from New York to Philly. That is gonna be awesome. Shout out to you, bro. Let us know the experience. Takes lots of videos and share it on our Discord, man.
Absolutely. Muhammad Daniel said, don't forget, Damian Priest still has money in the bank.
Dude, it's a controversial thing. Some people were hating that he's still holding on the MITB, briefcase and everything. But I feel like that's just like how Seth Rollins used to do for So I think that's how they are not gonna copy that that whole
heist of the century thing.
Heist of the century. But I think they are probably gonna hold on to it and probably make more storyline. Further. You know what I would love to see? Probably Damien hold on to it until the next Money in the Bank match. That would be cool. So that I'm not sure if there were time where they would in one time there was a 2-man Money in the Bank holders. Would there even
no
technically they haven't done that because no one has ever held it until the next pay-per-view of Money in the Bank.
Correct.
So that would be kind of creating history.
But then, do we know exactly when he won this Money in the Bank? Is it
June?
Are the rules it has to be 365 days, or can it be and when is the next Money in the Bank?
No, it is. He said that they can hold it for 365 days of a calendar year. So it's not necessarily you can only hold it to WrestleMania.
Okay, yeah, sure. So when is the next Money in the Bank?
I believe it's in June as well.
So it's the same pay-per-view. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the SmackDown before? If he
Right
cannot cash
before,
it if he cannot cash it at Money in the Bank itself, then he'll cash it right before.
Think about it this way, bro. Like, if you have Damian Salis inserted into the picture, right? Just the world title scene on Raw, where it was like so far bare for the longest time. Now you got CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest.
Yeah.
You have even elevated Gunther to the world title scene.
Yeah.
You have Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura hanging around there. You have Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Bro, Raw is stacked for world titles, man. We haven't even talked about SmackDown. Where SmackDown is like what? Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes potentially still going to be involved. The Rock, Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Okay.
Come
as
on.
much as I love the IC title and the US title, right? I 100% truly believe they should never cash in on that title. It just makes no sense. If you had that thing, that Money in the Bank, and you could cash in on any title, of course it has to be the world title. It makes the it makes the person doing the cash in look dumb as F. If they cash in on IC title, I am sorry, but that should not ever happen.
Yeah, I agree. And to be very frank, if there's one criticism I would say about WrestleMania this year, right, is I feel like the mid-card title, the booking for it, and the match that they actually decided for it is a missed opportunity.
Which one are you talking about, US or IC?
Both. I would
Okay.
say, like, triple threat between, Logan, Randy, and KO. Yes, that's what they went for. But I personally would have liked to see it be purely Randy and Logan. They can really focus on that match, right? They could be the one making Logan Paul with Randy working with him. And then for the, we talk about the Gunther title. Everyone wanted Chad Gable, right? And on Raw, Sami Zayn actually got distracted by Gunther and lost to Bronson Reed.
Okay. The whole story now is that what's that? Gable said to him backstage, right? You can't beat Gunther.
Yeah,
so they're
Gunther.
going along the lines of there's no, like, everyone's doubting him. He's the underdog here. There's no way you can beat Gunther, right? So that's that story that trying to tile.
Yeah, I agree, but but whether Sami Zayn was the right person to do it, that's still up for debate. And does that mean Shad is completely going to be left off WrestleMania? Isn't that a waste after everything that they've built him up to be?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So there's a lot of layers, and I think again why I keep reiterating this Raw was really good because every single segment played its part, and I was invested in every single one of them. So yeah.
Was there a continuation of the oh my god, I forgot her name all of a sudden in Alpha Academy? Maxine. Was there a continuation in the Maxine Dupree bully storyline?
There wasn't an Alpha Academy appearance, but there was a match between Ivy Nile and Candice LeRae. So they are actually playing up the Candice LeRae Hilton storyline.
I mean, this was all off the whole thing where people were, shitting on Maxine Dupree online, right? Saying that, she cannot work, why is she doing here? And then all the other female superstars came in defense of her and stuff like that. So, I mean, I love that they're leaning into it, It's almost like, okay, we know she's kind of rough around the edges, so let's work that into the storyline.
Yeah, I agree. And again, right, even if that is the truth, like she is, still green, she needs to work on it. It can play into a storyline. Because that's the beauty of wrestling. Everything can become a storyline, and you can lean on it, and you grow and you become better. That also progresses the storyline.
Or you put her with two other guys, make them into a modeling agency. Oh wait, no, I think I like the first one better. One better.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay. So yeah, Raw is great, and we are gonna see what's going to happen in terms of repercussions on SmackDown. And next week, the final Raw before WrestleMania is going to be in Brooklyn. Live. I hope, for God's sake, Seth Rollins and I don't know about CM Punk, but Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes is going to come with chairs swinging, and it's going to be a street fight the entire night.
Yeah.
On site. Like LA Knight say, on site.
Oh my god.
You guys see the LA Knight segment, bro.
On SmackDown?
Yeah, the one where he go do the drive-by, go to the house.
Can I talk about how smart they were in filming that? Because there's always been this thing of, why are there cameras there? If a home invasion is happening, why the hell are there cameras there? It makes no sense, right? They sort of explained it like, they're filming a documentary about AJ Styles, right? And that's why there was a film crew there. And all the other footage is from body cam, which is become, unfortunately, very common, like you see on social media, police body cams. So you see car cams, body cams. It was filmed. This is truly the cinematic era. It was filmed in a way where this actually looks legit, as opposed to, it makes no sense that there's a cameraman following these guys around for no reason.
But there were two things about this segment that made me pop, right?
Yeah.
First was the moment The moment they saw each other, Elena, the first thing he said, on site. Yeah, I said on site. Yeah. He still can shout his catchphrase while beating up people.
Yeah.
So that was hilarious. Before he went into the car, he was like, there was like a body cam or like a, like car camera.
Car cam,
inside.
yeah.
Car cam. And then they say like, I know you guys are working hard. You guys are earning your money, nothing against you guys,
Yeah.
But you guys going to be coming here quite often because I'm going to come and beat his ass. Yeah, that was hilarious.
It was great.
And that was one. And then the second thing was like, the social media was all about, Wendy.
Wendy.
Wendy was back, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they know, okay, people are going to try to poke holes into this if they try to film it the old school way. And they went out of their way to make it as realistic as possible. And I appreciated that. I appreciated that it looked legit lah.
Yeah, it was fun. And again, right, when I watch WWE programming, not everything is going to be perfect. There's going to be some down spots and a lot of commercial breaks, which I really hate watching it live. If you guys watch it live and I have on a USA Network stream, wow, every single 30 seconds got commercial breaks. It's damn annoying to watch. But you know that their segment 1, their 9 p.m. segment and their final segment will always deliver. There will always be something worth talking about. So they get it. They get the how to pace the match card and the placement and the timing on television. Yeah, so good for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, before we jump to GrappleMAX, there's one more thing we need to talk about. We even put it in the poster for this episode. We'll talk about the good stuff that's happening on AEW. Okay, let's talk about GrappleMAX, Amplify.
Come on, Mr.
Okay.
There's people on the chat who actually specifically come to hear us talk about AEW.
I'm just trying to pop the crowd, okay? Don't hate the entertainer in me.
Okay, you know what? Let's do a different format.
Yeah.
Saleh, can you tell us what you enjoyed about Dynamite this past week? What do you watch or what do you remember about Dynamite? What do you like?
Well, I didn't watch.
I'm going to disconnect him right now. Suddenly disconnected.
I never do your homework. Okay, never mind. Okay,
I did watch, but it just like highlights as well, but not so much because I think I didn't care about the product that much. So I didn't watch. I'm so sorry, AEW fans. I didn't watch Dynamite that much. But of course, I think I do watch the
highlights.
The highlights like Mercedes Mone promo and everything. I guess okay lah. I guess.
Bro, it's only 1 week, bro. Why you say he okay only? Why is it not a home run?
You know what it is? It's only okay because in comparison to the other product out there, it just feels very indie. And yes, we're not supposed to compare. But how can you not compare when you have like blockbuster shit? Everyone's talking about it, exciting stuff. Rock is swearing on live television. He's getting color on Cody, and then you have whatever nonsense that's happening on AEW.
You know what? I personally enjoyed, for what it's worth, the Adam Copeland and Christian Cage street fight.
Sure.
And I know it was very personal for Adam Copeland because, he did it in Toronto in one of his friends.
Yep.
He got to have that blow-off so-called big match with his best friend. And, they did a couple of hockey references. Hockey fight and all that kind of stuff. And can somebody tell me, somebody on the chat who's a wrestler, how do you fake getting hit in the ball sack with spikes coming out of a bat? How do you do that?
You don't fake that, bro. You just pray that certain things don't burst.
Did he wear like a cap or something?
Must be lah. He wear a cap, and then the spikes maybe not spiky, maybe they're blunt. You know what I mean?
Blunt,
bro, the sound that it was made, there was a boom. So I think there might be some steel. He might have some steel balls there.
No. Metal cup, bro. I'm telling you, metal cup.
I see. But
Christian got the balls of steel, definitely.
Yeah, maybe he did lah. But the groan is the death groan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that aside, I like the fact that Adam Copeland has officially properly won the TNT Championship. And I hope that's the end of it. And
I love that they put over young talent in this feud.
Do you guys see there was an infographic? Somebody said there was a list of all the champions in AEW, and all of them in their 40s and 50s.
Yeah. AEW putting over young talent. Okay, it's not even... Okay, I don't even think that it's a thing where they're not putting over young talent. It's that the young talent is green, and they've not done anything to get them to the level. That's why they need these established guys as the title holders. So that when they do lose the title to one of the younger guys, then yes, it means something.
Yeah. To me, the most talented young guy in their company is Ricky Starks, my opinion. My personal opinion.
Yeah, well, we don't see enough of him.
Exactly, that was the point I was gonna make next, right? Like
Yeah.
the ones that are good are not being pushed. The ones that are not good enough somehow still gets the spotlight, or they are not living up to the spotlight. And I know, bro, you're a Chris Jericho fan. We always have to remind people. Chris Jericho versus Hook, and Hook beat Chris Jericho on Dynamite, and nothing like there's no fallout from it. There's nothing. What's that all about?
He needs to take a break. He needs to take a break, reinvent, do what he's done for many, many years. Every time he gets stale, he takes a break. And he really desperately needs a break right now.
Yeah, he does. He shouldn't be on TV right now. I think the product actually is better without him. And that's not saying much, but he's not adding to the product, unfortunately. Okay, let's quickly talk about Mercedes Mone, right? Like, she came in with all the cavalry last week. And then this week she came out and cut a promo and had like a confrontation with Willow and Julia Hart, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to say, bro, but like I feel...
That's not a good start.
No, but I feel like Mercedes Mone, right? It's not she can't elevate the talent if the talent is not elevatable.
But we've talked about Willow having potential, what?
No, Willow is fine.
Yeah.
Willow is fine. But okay, what I mean is, right, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns makes everyone better in the scene, right? But I don't think Mone is that girl, because like Mone needs to fight Bianca Belair to be elevated.
Right.
Mone needs Bayley. Mone needs Charlotte Flair.
Didn't we talk about it last week? Like, I've always felt that Sasha Banks, while great worker, right, she was more a product of WWE as opposed to somebody who can shine on her own. The WWE packaging and product made her more than she is, and now I don't know if AEW can do that for her.
And one thing a lot of people don't realize, and I think it's becoming very glaring, especially when I've been seeing her 2 promo appearances so far. She's not a good promo. Man.
No, she's not a good promo. No, you're right. Yeah. That's exactly it. Like, the best promo she's done have always been short and sweet. She's backstabbing somebody. That was always the joke, right? Like, back in the day, Sasha Banks always backstabs her best friend.
Yep. She can do all the glamour, like hyping herself.
Yeah.
But can she do cinema? Can she emote? Can she show vulnerability?
Can she get you to be invested in her character or in her opponent's character? And to your point, I think the answer is no.
Yeah. And I would argue a Britt Baker is a better promo than her. Thunder Rosa is a better promo than her.
Did you see recently Britt Baker posted like a video? She looks like she's in incredible shape, by the way. She looks like she could be the cover of a fitness magazine or something now.
She's damn shredded for herself right now, right?
What happened to her? Is she injured or what?
I believe she's injured and she's also taking time off.
Okay.
But you know what? Like, honestly, I don't mind Mercedes Mone coming to the company and mixing it up with the really great potential performers. But the current ones where she's talking with Julia Hart and Sky Blue,
they're not there. They're not there.
They're not there. It's like fodder. It's like, okay, if CM Punk came in and fought Darby Allin at the beginning, that's fine. But if CM Punk needed to elevate himself, he need to eventually go to MJF, right?
Yeah.
But that version is not there.
Speaking of MJF, the latest thing, apparently they've taken off all his merch, all references of him from AEW website, that kind of stuff. So, one of two things, WrestleMania is coming up, right? He's technically a free agent. Do you think he is re-signed? Is he playing? Like, he's smart enough. We all know that he's smart enough that even if he re-signed with AEW, he will purposely tell them, okay, you take off my name. He's like smart enough to work the smart fans, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether, the contract that so-called expired in January, because they said he might have quietly re-signed, whether that's true.
Yeah.
There was actually a podcast where somebody asked Tony Khan directly, like, hey, what's up with, MJF? Is he re-signing or not? And then he just kind of kept it very vague and said that, we really would love to still have MJF in AEW. So I don't know what's the situation with that.
I mean, he could be working also lah, like he's not dumb. That I know we shit on him, but he's also like smart enough to hold it close to the vest and not reveal anything. So this is actually very intriguing. Like, could he potentially show up in the Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, CM Punk match? Can you imagine?
I hope not, dude. Because like I said, like they're really stacked with a lot of like main roster talents, right? Too. So to have like MJF to be there, I think he would be like overshadowed. For some reason.
What if, bro? What if?
What if?
the reason why Cody Rhodes didn't finish the story this year
Oh my god.
was because
Oh!
MJF is part of the bloodline money. He got that Jewish connection with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman give a call. He gave a call. He was like,
What?
and
Okay.
MJF is that secret weapon for the bloodline.
Dude, first of all, that would do Cody so dirty. But a part of me, right? A part of me is like, I actually kind of want Roman to. I know he's held the title for way too long, but a part of me is like, hey, we need to appreciate Roman and what he's done for the WWE, for pro wrestling, by being that character. People talk about, oh, he doesn't wrestle that much. It doesn't matter. That means nothing. He has drawn eyeballs and money to the product. He has done more for the wrestling industry than anybody else, right?
Yeah,
Maybe The Rock is the other exception lah. But at this point, it's like, I kind of want him to hold on to the title. I acknowledge my tribal chief,
Yeah. Imagine night one is like a banger, crazy ass match, and for some reason, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins win, and then they say Bloodline is banned from night two.
Yeah.
But they never say about anyone else, right?
Yeah, and then he's technically a outside talent, external contractor.
If I was MJF and Triple H was like, I'm gonna debut you in WWE in the biggest way possible, what can be bigger than at the main event of WrestleMania 40? You screw the guy.
Yeah. Well, okay, so
wow.
Then let's talk about the whole idea of making deals and stuff like that. What could Tony Khan offer MJF other than a truck ton of money? What could he offer him other than the money? Yeah, because that's all Tony Khan has right now. It's the shitload, boatloads, houseloads of money.
Yeah, let's fantasy book that then, right? Because we have Swerve Strickland, possibly, becoming the next champion against Samoa Joe, and that's I think it's fair. Not just AEW fans. I think a lot of people casually who watch AEW like Swerve Strickland would love to see him become champion. I believe Samoa Joe is a transitional champion, as great as he is. I want to see Swerve carry the title and. Maybe in All In London, Will Ospreay could finally be at that level where he's going to be, the guy challenging for the title. Because I think they seem to be priming up as the next big guy. So this could be a way to bring back MJF as a heel, right?
Yeah.
That would be a great way to solidify. But what I'm saying is like, even if he becomes a heel, what are the guarantee that he is a better heel now than whatever he's done in AEW already? Is there another level for him as a heel in AEW? Or is he going to be stale?
In WWE, you mean?
No. If he goes back to AEW and comes back as a heel.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, that's exactly. And to Irvin's point as well, I don't think anybody other than the WWE can give him if that's, and you have to assume that is his goal, to be in the top company, in the top show, doing the top things, right? Regardless of money. And it's not like WWE are going to lowball him. You know what I mean? They're not going to give him an insulting offer. It's going to be a decent offer. Yeah, it's not going to be Tony Khan money, but he's going to get that profile. It's going to be so crazy, that profile that they can offer him. It would be insane if MJF didn't sign with the WWE.
I believe that for him to take that next step in his wrestling career, he needs to go to WWE. I think it's a matter of time. I think he's already said like the war of 2024 is 2024 already, man. So I think that's gonna happen. Very quickly, just to address what Gaddafi is saying, because I also predict it to be the case. Swerve or whoever is the champion is gonna fight Will Ospreay at All In, right? What's your thoughts on Will Ospreay so far, or like his potential as like the top star in AEW for both of you guys?
Well, he's definitely got more upside than Okada, I'll tell you this much. He's gotten off to a much better start, right? As long as I know that they're trying to do this whole thing where he's like wrestling everybody, having great matches every single week, that kind of thing, right? It's not sustainable. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen over and over again. They need a better reason for us to give a crap about him.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Saleh? Like, do you feel that he can be the next main star, top star of AEW?
I think because for now, it's hard to say, but maybe as the weeks or like months building up to All In, that's where like probably we can see him like how AEW might elevate him to the main event scene, because like I think All In is like in London and everything.
So what you did there, elevated. I like it. Okay. Okay. One thing about Ospreay, I feel like his upside, right, is actually he is actually a good promo. Like I can see his promo abilities are there. We haven't had a very charismatic British guy in the main event scene.
Do you think bruv will become a catchphrase?
I feel bruv can be the next
Yeah.
yeet.
Yeah, oh god. I mean, bruv is a very common phrase in the UK already, so.
I know, but it would be so funny and hilarious and ironic if it becomes a chant in the US.
Bruv. I don't know.
like I've seen memes on it already. Like I see like Americans are like, yeah, bruv,
Yeah.
you know. So I think he can bring a bit of that UK British invasion culture to the US. So I do feel he has that marketability. Two things that we really talk about. He can't go 100 miles an hour every single week on Dynamite.
Yep.
Use his promo abilities. Let him do that.
Yep.
Tell the stories. And secondly, he needs to get out of this Don Kelly's scenario ASAP.
It's weird, right? They introduced these two high-profile guys, and immediately they put him in heel factions. Even though the crowd wants to cheer them when they come out, it's like I don't know what they're thinking, lah.
Yeah. And Okada winning the Continental Championship, like the crowd went mild, like okay, whatever, lah. And how is that an indictment on Eddie Kingston's run? Poor fella.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's only like his second week in AEW, second or third week, and then he's already holding the title off like Eddie Kingston, and like
did that happen on Dynamite?
Yeah, this past week on Dynamite. It was the opening match, bro.
Oh, what is your big main like $1 billion signing doing in the opening match?
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Presentation. You gotta present them like a star. Tell us a story. Give us back. I know a lot of the AEW fans are like students of the game. Maybe they're like me. They do research. They know everything about it. But I feel like I can't show this to any random person and say he's a big star. They're gonna say like, why is he a big star? Tell me the story. What they did right was actually they did a nice package on Mercedes Mone.
Sure.
If you guys saw on social media, and they played it, they rolled it live on Dynamite. So like people can get reintroduced to her, what she's up to. They need to do the same thing with Okada. Tell us the legend of his Japanese run, right, in New Japan. Then people will like, oh, okay, he's a big deal. I don't know anything about him, but presented like a big deal. I'm curious to see what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anything else you want to add before we move on to GrappleMAX?
Last thing is, so I think Tony Khan announced that the Continental Championship is whoever holds the title going into the next Continental Continental Classic, which is end of the year. They have to enter back the bracket. Then they have to go and win it again for them to retain the title.
Macam like prove themselves lah.
Yeah. So I actually don't hate it. You know why? Because the problem with a lot of the so-called King of the Ring or tournaments, right? Every time it's always a new person. So there's no chance for the actual reigning person to defend that crown. It's like they reign for a year, they give it away.
Yeah.
But now they're actually letting them reprove themselves and keep the title. So I'm fine with that. I just hate the thought of it becoming a triple crown winner, because that's bullshit lah. Like why triple crown? So I was very, 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 very confused by that initially.
So this is like literally the worst championship to have lah, because every year you have to defend it in a tournament, but within the year you still have to defend it as a title.
Yep. Maybe some wrestlers see it as like an Iron Man title, like, I'm the toughest guy, I'm Mr. Iron Man, I can last the longer, whatever.
Like the workhorse title lah, is it?
Yeah. Then what is the uniqueness of the TNT title? What is the uniqueness of the international title there?
Is
the
Continental title considered like a mid card?
Well,
there are too many titles to be mid card. It's like, do we they all have the same importance apparently.
The problem is they introduce it as a Triple Crown Championship.
So yeah,
they said that if you win this, that means you win the Triple Crown of New Japan's strong title and the Ring of Honor World Champion. So right, they did two things that was that devalued the Ring of Honor Championship. They made the world title part of a Triple Crown, and then they debuted a completely new title. Yeah,
and then you got your TNT title, you got your international title. It's like,
I miss those days when AEW just had one mid card, one title, and that's it. There's just too many things happening right now. Unless if they want to give Collision a bit more relevance, which nobody realized that Collision was off the air this past weekend, by the way.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was. There was some March Madness going on at football. But whatever it is, if they were to make some of the titles show exclusive, then I don't mind.
Like a Raw title, SmackDown title, that sort of thing. Yeah.
So they can have like a mid-card TNT title on Dynamite. They can have a mid-card international title on Collision, and then maybe Rampage is like Continental Classic exclusive or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I think that's fair. But again, it's tough really following everything that's happening in WWE. You need a whole frequency and bandwidth to focus on AEW. That's really, really hard.
It is. Okay, that being said, let's move on to what happened this past weekend. Once again, thank you so very much, GrappleMAX. I wish I could have been there. I saw the fallout from the social media stuff. I was like, oh man. And last week we had SPD in the house. Like, he was one of our guests. And
was it foreshadowing from GrappleMAX management to send SPD to be part of the show?
I think so, because he was like good boy SPD. This is a part of him we've never seen before.
Or was it all these GrappleMAX people, you all listening to the podcast, you all hear every week this Mr. Young sing the praises of SPD, say he should be the guy that is
No. Don't attribute it to me. I think the guy has proved himself, and from the work that he's done in ring, out of the ring, that kind of stuff. So, okay, let's get down to it. Saleh was there firsthand. Saleh, this is your time.
Your time to shine, bro. Okay, tell us about the experience going there, before the show starting. Like, how was the vibe? How was everything?
So, like, I think let's get back to the SPD, right? I think because of the interview that y'all had last week, I think I had some conversations with especially like with Div, because I was with Div Div Royalty, shout out to Div Royalty at the show. We had like some conversation with some people saying that, like, who do you think that might win the number one contender match? It would be some people. A lot of people say it's SPD. Even like on the kick to the gut social media, I put up like, who do you think would win the number one contender match, or the 6-man elimination match? A lot of people said SPD. So going to the show, like walking it in, everybody was like supporting SPD. Like, the show hasn't even started yet. The people was really like supporting SPD.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a hot crowd, definitely. So
it's interesting, because do you reckon that we saw on social media, right before the event, they filmed that whole skit? I mean, not skit, but promo where Val, Showtime, he was like, all right, this is my time to get the number one contendership, and then he specifically told SPD, it's like, all right, you know what to do, you lay down for me, don't be hero, or this kind of thing. Do you think that sort of swayed everyone's because he looked very poor thing, in that video?
I think definitely, because I think that's where
storytelling,
that's how
guys.
Storytelling wise, like you turn someone's face, right? So I think that's a nice way to like transition him into a face in a way, to get that sympathy in a way.
Yeah.
So so we start off with Hotshot Wilson doing like a short promo at the start of the show.
Okay.
Because he addressed that he was injured, but he's also like he will be like always at the ringside, watching along the whole show, waiting for who will he be against with, in a way. So he started the show.
Did he explain why he was injured?
I don't think he explained why, but he just said that he mentioned that he was injured.
Get well soon, Hotshot. Yeah,
get well soon, Hotshot. So of course, we started with the graduation match between Nathaniel and Titus versus Inglorious, right? Which is Greg and Remus.
Just one thing I think a lot of people don't realize is, if you didn't attend the show, a couple of the wrestlers were doing double duty, I believe, right?
Correct.
Right. And I think just to address about the SW20, our Singapore Wrestler Top 20 rankings, we are rating the wrestlers based on their performance through the night overall, right? As opposed to match by match, right, Saleh?
Yep, correct.
Okay, cool. So let us know. So tell us about the Inglorious match and these two students.
All right. So before you do that, let me know what you thought of Titus, because he's the new guy here, right? Like, I've seen Nathaniel before. Obviously, we've seen Inglorious before.
Better than Barracks, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the picture of Titus. He looked like a boy. Is he boy?
Okay, so I first met him in for open house, actually, back in was it January? I think January. So I first met Titus. So I think it was during the the trial sessions of like taking the bumps and everything. So after that, I just sat one side and then I saw like this one guy eating. I think he was eating a kebab. I think because they're like I think there was like a kebab booth. I think.
Shout out to Bosphorus Kebab,
Yeah.
our guy Guru.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was just like talking to him like, oh, it's a cool show. Yeah. Then after that, I asked him like what's your name and everything. So he said his name is Tidus and everything. And then he said that he's currently training. I was like, oh, okay, you're currently training. Like, what's your name? So I think I was asking for his IG and everything. So to just keep up with who what he's doing,
development lah,
his
his
development, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like fast forward like the next month suddenly like the next 2 months after that he got announced that he's doing a graduation match, right? So I was like, oh, okay, he's finally having his graduation match. So the first time when I saw him, I was like, damn, it's like this cool boy, like kind of like very like guai, very very nicely spoken. And then to actually see him doing his match, it was like it's impressive lah,
Yep.
and one thing to note of, he's actually 19 years old.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah.
Young
He's not
talent.
he's not the youngest, but he's one of the younger talents in GrappleMAX. As well with Nathaniel, I think he's like 19 as well, or turning 20. So both of them
Wow.
is like very like green, But I mean Nathaniel has like wrestled few matches. I think like three matches. I think beforehand. Even I think Open House I think Open House was his graduation match.
And Young talk about how he was a fan of his babyface Fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So we how to say Nathaniel he was like this like bulldozer guy, like at the match, like so he like dominating, even though like he's new, but he's like putting over, not putting over. Greg and Remus helped to put over Tidus and Nat. So I'm not sure about Young, like, cause I didn't went to the Barracks show. Like, what do you think of Nathaniel so far? Because you have also, I think you have seen like the short video that I've posted on the video, right?
What do you mean? Like in so far as his in-ring work is concerned?
Yeah. Is his in-ring work from Barracks? Yeah.
Like I think that he shows a lot of fire. The moves, everything is quite basic lah, because like you said, like he is still quite new, so I don't expect anything too crazy out of him. But what he did work, and it worked because he has the intensity and the fire behind it.
He's almost like this, like the next big thing in a way.
Yeah. For sure. Like there is the fact that they let him cut the promo to start off the battle at the barracks, I think says a lot about what they think of him in terms of, okay, this guy can handle it on the mic, he can kick things off, he can get ideas through. That's why he did what he did lah. So talk to me about his his pairing with Tidus. Was it sort of like, did they team up well, or was it like, did they seem like a team that was just thrown together?
Actually, I feel like they like both of them, they're so well together. Actually,
they so well together. Okay,
they're so well together. I feel like Nathaniel actually could do better in his solo run, but I feel like for this match, both of them paired well. Especially there's one spot where like Nat carry Tidus and then just slam it to Remus and Greg. So it's like pretty cool, Of course, I think at the end of the match, Inglorious got the W.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because I think I can't forget. I can't remember about the finish, but I know that it was Inglorious got the W.
What was the babyface dynamic like? Who was the babyfaces, or were both of them good guys?
I think both teams were the good guys. I think the problem about I had with the show was, I think there's a lot of like match where
there were a lot of faces versus faces.
Yeah, correct. So I think it was kind of hard to side which team, but of course I think I was siding with the new guys because like like they're fresh, right? So of course, like, shout out to the Greg and Remus to they help elevate Remus and they help elevate Nat and Tidus.
Yeah,
so
maybe it's the GrappleMAX philosophy, where it's like very inspired by Japanese wrestling, where the faces and the heels don't really matter as much as like the story they're trying to tell in the ring.
I think it's more of a small roster thing. More than if you think about it, at the end of the day, there are only so many combinations you can pull up, right? So I don't know if it's that. I think it's just a small roster situation. That's what happens, you know?
Yeah. But I think maybe the story of the match is kind of like these youngsters trying to prove themselves against like the vets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Ultimately, as a graduation one match, what did you take away from this match in terms of who Nathaniel and Titus are?
I think definitely Nathaniel and Titus has a bright future. I think Titus needs a lot more match to prove himself more, I guess. I mean he's pretty smooth for his first match, but I feel like he just needs more like time to develop his how to say his
in-ring
his in-ring and crowd work, I guess, maybe.
Because was he connecting well with the crowd? Was he like, interacting in any way, or was he just showing fire?
I think he's showing fire. I think he's connecting well with the crowd as well. I think it's just that I think he needs more. But of course, it's just his first match, so
more reps lah. More reps.
Yeah. So at the end, after the match, Greg and Remus raised them up. Like try to like tell everyone that he's the youngest. These two are the youngest. Two of them are the one of the younger talents in the promotion. People were like cheering on.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
It's nice to see. It's nice to see. Yeah.
So they got the W. Inglorious got the W, but the respect of the crowd, was still given to the two youngsters lah.
Correct.
We have a clip from Greg here. Do you want to play this clip right now?
I think we can play the Nathaniel interview maybe. Yeah.
Can. So we'll check this one out. It's Saleh on the ground live with Nathaniel. Check it out.
Hi guys, we just ended Amplify with Nathaniel. Any words?
Singapore badass, Nathaniel. All right.
Also,
Cheers.
what do you feel like? Just having your first match with Titus as well. His graduation match. Like, how do you feel about it?
My man Titus, we came up together. He's a freaking hard worker. He's agile. He's fast. Gotta watch out for him. He's quick-witted. All right. You saw that all in that match. He's the star of the show. All right. Watch out for him.
What do you have in mind for the future of your journey in GrappleMAX?
Well, I mean, it's only up from here. I mean, all right, 3 losses. But that's nothing, all right? In a full career, 3 losses is nothing. Next one, I got it cinched in, whoever it is. Can be Dave, I don't know, Christian, whoever it is. All right? I'll take you on, head to head, fair and square. That's how the badass rolls.
That is Nathaniel, guys. Give it up to him.
Saleh, put your bag down lah, bro. Why your bag?
Yeah lah, you trying to cabut, is it?
It was after the show, so
put your bag down.
You scared Showtime gonna come and steal
your bag,
is it?
I mean, y'all will see later. I have something with Showtime.
Okay.
That will be later.
But you see what I mean when just Nat is very natural on the mic. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit of polish here and there. He's always looking into the camera. He's addressing the people who he's addressing. I think you guys see why I have a lot of stock in him, right?
Yeah. Is it Saleh looking small there, or is just Nat?
No, he's a big guy. He's a tall guy. He's
huge. Yeah, he's huge. For 19, 20 years old, he's pretty huge. Yeah.
He got the size, he got the promo ability, and he's getting there with the ring work. I think he just physique up, bro. He could be a player, man. You give him a couple.
Dude called out Big Dave and Christian. So who knows?
Ooh. Yeah. Could be something we see in the future. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It's a singles match. Was this the next match, Dave versus Joseph?
Yeah. Wait, before that, I know you're not gonna share your ratings here, but like, who was the one that was highly rated, had the most ratings in this match? You wanna give a sneak peek?
I would say Nathaniel. Yeah, for me, I would be. I'll give my stars like more to Nathaniel. I think he has proven himself in these 3 matches that he wrestled. I think he's someone that you all need to look forward to. Definitely.
Awesome. Okay, so for Saleh's full ratings and analysis and deep royalty as well, please guys consider joining us on our Patreon, and you can see the full review and star ratings there. Huh?
That's
Saleh?
right. Div Royalty, by the way,
Correct.
says, I can't believe it's a new generation. Yeah. Just looking at all the young talents, it really does seem like there's a new wave coming through GrappleMAX right now. And it's great to see. It's great to see. All right, let's talk about Big Dave versus Joseph. Big Dave had Ban in his corner. Joseph had D in his corner.
Correct. So at this match, Dave dominated a lot. I think almost the entirety of the match, it was just Dave.
Wow.
Like just beating up like Joseph. and
Joseph
everything.
with the underdog, support lah, basically.
Yeah, correct. So
Was it a squash match? Was it a Brock Lesnar John Cena situation or what?
I wouldn't say squash, but it was almost like Dave was like bullying Joseph. 'Cause I think even before the bell like round, right? He was like pushing Joseph's head and everything. So I think he was just being like a big bully, just throwing Joseph everywhere and everything. So he even at one time he came down to Ban. This is very interesting because he asked Ban for a chair.
Yep.
Which Ban actually reluctantly took it out.
Yeah.
And Dave was like, give it to me. And Ban was like, no.
That's the whole dynamic, right? So,
Yeah.
like, Dave wants to cheat, but Ban doesn't want to, even though they're tag team partners.
The honorable way.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So I think the crowd was like, like telling Ban to like, no, don't give the chair to Dave. So after Ban said no, Dave went down to Ban and just like, how to say, to push him, like push his head or something. So I think there was like this. Yeah, I said he shoved him. So there was like this tension between both of them. You can see, I think like Ban was like thinking very hard at the ringside.
Yeah.
And then I guess Dave actually went up to the ring with the chair. Of course, the ref was like saying like no chairs. I think, but after that, D came in, just like took the chair out from him, and that's where Joseph took the opportunity to beat Dave up. So I think that's where like the headbutt come in, and I think the finish was, I think it was like was it a suplex or
like a brain buster?
I think a brain buster.
No.
Yeah.
Joseph won though, right?
Yeah, Joseph
won.
Whoa,
Even though he got
okay.
dominated. So basically, the loss was handed to Big Dave because of the interference lah. That's the story being told lah.
He's ignorant, playing that character well and everything.
Yeah.
Being
Even
selfish.
though like Big Dave had the match won, he was dominant throughout the match. He eventually lost because of his partner's reluctance to bend the rules, right?
Yeah.
Was it like a surprise package, or he actually gave like a very clean finish?
Bro, nobody wants to see
Finish.
Joseph's surprise package, bro.
Bro, he doesn't need. We don't need to ask. He just give it to us, bro.
Yeah. Wait. The pertinent question I have for you right now, Saleh. Was Joseph rocking the eyeliner, or was that a one-off thing for Battle of the Barracks?
I'm not sure. I don't see any eyeliner.
Bro, why
yeah.
you didn't look in his eyes? Look in his eyes deep, bro. Next time.
Bro, I told you already, it was emo night that day. It was grunge night. That's
He was
why
trying
went
something.
that.
He was trying out something new, is it? And then
Different.
he didn't bring out the emo side in
Yeah.
Amplify.
Probably.
I still need some clarity. So the finish was like what kind of finish was it? Was it like a clean, like,
It's
did a
clean.
finisher?
It's clean.
So he did a finisher on
He hit his head, but
Yeah, so headbutt. After the headbutt, I think he did like a if I'm not wrong, it's a scoop slam or suplex or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a clean match. So that, I think, because of like his ignorant Dave.
Yeah. I'm shocked because Dave is like literally losing clean to Joseph. Like, he didn't even struggle. It's not as if like it's a small package and then he like struggling, then he kick out.
Well, I wouldn't say it's 100% clean because he was distracted because of the whole chair shenanigans.
I see. Okay.
So
cool.
in a way, his own partner cost him the victory, thus furthering the storyline of tension between the partners. Oh, Nashwan says Michinoku driver lah.
Michinoku,
okay.
bro.
The sit down scoop slam.
Alright.
He half got it right lah, Saleh.
Yeah, he got the scoop
slam,
slam,
but must sit down.
Yeah,
I'm still
Michinoku
learning,
driver.
guys. I'm still learning.
I never watched enough Rikishi growing up, that's why.
Bro,
Finisher,
Jerry Lawler used to make fun of Taka, remember? He would call it the
yeah.
Michinoku driver. I don't know if you guys remember that from the Attitude Era.
Wow, back in the day. That was
Yes.
Michi, no clue. Okay. Cool. That's a cool finisher, Joseph. I like that. And so I'm surprised to find out like in terms of the ratings, because Joseph won. Did Joseph get higher ratings than Dave for this match?
Because like Dave has another he's pulling a double duty, right? So it's a different rating for Dave. Yeah, I would say that almost the same, I would say. Because I think that underdog like character that he played probably in that match, where like I think he had like a higher rating as well.
I see. Okay, cool. So there was a story being told, and you gave him ratings for his ability to get a win in this match.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let's talk about the next match, which is very interesting to me. Okay, Showtime Inc, Julian and Kelvin, the other intern, talking about interns, right? Versus Christian and Ming Rui. What happened to Sarah?
I think probably
she couldn't make this one.
From the short promo that GrappleMAX made, right? I think Sarah mentioned that she has a date, which is also like a play because like Ramadan, they all eat dates and everything. So I think that's okay. Yeah.
Got it.
Smart.
She has a date.
I see what you
said. Okay, now that explains that.
Yeah, that explains. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay,
of course,
do you think it hurt this match because it kind of doesn't make sense, right? You have two people who are not actually tag team partners versus Showtime Inc.
Yeah, so because I feel like Sarah is kind of close with Ming Rui. I think they almost like, because like it's a small women's division in GrappleMAX, right?
Yeah.
So I've always like noticed like Ming Rui and Sarah are always close. I think they had like a match together before, probably at open house. So I think that there's a dynamic between Sarah and Ming Rui. So I think that's how like Ming Rui come into the picture, because like Sarah is kind of close to Ming Rui. So and I think
shout out to GrappleMAX as well, because I know that they did International Women's Day workshop, like all women's workshop over the weekend and so
at the same day. Yeah,
on the same day.
They have a new female referee as well, I noticed, huh?
Yep, correct. So let me just so she wrestled for the Great Khali's promotion.
Oh, is she Singaporean?
No, she's not. I think she's Indian.
Okay.
But I think So she came over to Singapore to, I think she just like one day just came to Singapore and then knocked
to do the workshop lah.
To do the workshop. And she actually she will actually stay at the division. That's what I remember from talking to her.
Stay in the division, meaning
that from the in the women's division.
Oh, okay. So so she's actually a wrestler, and she's based in India, but she's coming, to compete in GrappleMAX here and there, and also be part of the event. Okay. Correct. And she was doing referee duty, just so happened lah.
By the way, in the chat right now, all the ship puns are hilarious. By the way, Fiaz says foreign and mystery partner versus ships ahoy when. Then Sarah says get on my friend ship. Bandit says friendly competition. High tides raise all ships ahoy. And also Ming Rui is a lion, not a cat.
Yes. That's very important to remember.
Okay.
Is that her thing right now? She's trying to insist that she's a lion.
She's a lion.
Yeah, I think it's because like I think the past few months when I go to the GrappleMAX like a show or something, or like watch, we don't see much of like Ming Rui's character, but I think as of recently, she really solidified herself, like she's a lion. That's her character. Yeah, so it's cool to see that, like how she grow into like a lion, I guess. So and we can't call her a cat. She will get pissed. So she's a lion.
Technically, isn't a lion a cat anyway? It's just a very big cat.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you want to get technical about it?
Come on, Young. Don't piss off more women. I already pissed off one woman in GrappleMAX. Now you're pissing off another woman. Wow, then we all problem already.
Okay, so are we setting up kick to the gut versus Sarah and Ming Rui?
Oh dear God.
Who knows?
I'm telling you, WWE 2K24, the video game. Let's do that, okay? We won't wrestle, but I'll wrestle you in a video game.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Greg and Div mentioned in the chat. So like Greg mentioned that Divya is the latest addition to the women's division, and Div as well said that Divya is here to study, and she's a wrestler with loads of experience, and she's a 5-time former champion as well.
Nice.
Wow.
So very excited to see the future of the women's division in GrappleMAX.
Div says there was tension between Mingray and Kelvin. Okay, what kind of tension are we talking about?
Hey, whoa, what kind
No,
of
no,
tension?
well, I mean, hey, I don't know if they're both single or whatever, but like,
Hey.
yeah, be specific. What kind of tension? Like, I hate you tension or like...
Like hypertension or what's it?
hypertension. They're too young for hypertension, bro. Look at how fit this Kelvin is.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. What kind of tension are we talking about? And also, Saleh, talk to me about Kelvin first of all, because I mentioned that he's really coming along as this, like, you know, guy being he led into the dark side. He spent too much time in Showtime Inc. He went from a impressionable young intern to now he's like quite the cocky bad guy.
He is a cocky bad guy. I think he really worked the crowd. There was a time where it's like because he's always like doing like, you know, like he's smart, you know, like that's his gimmick now, I guess.
Oh, he's doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like a young boy, right, doing that, and like he's like, how to say, kind of rude, you know, showing that you know,
Is he always showing off his physique?
He
Is
should.
always trying to flex?
He should.
No. Isn't that like Rick Rude or something?
Yeah.
No, but he's just like I mean, okay, his physics wise is damn, like he's not bad as well for young age. His physique.
Not bad, bro. He's jacked. I mean, he's
jacked, yeah,
he's
yeah.
cut. Cut is the right word.
Ripped, yeah,
Ripped.
ripped.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
doing an Austin Theory, bro. He's getting in that good physique, you know, early on.
He's pretty good.
Bro,
there was
we got three guys here drooling over Kelvin's physique. What's going on?
What is going
What has
on,
happened
guys?
on the
Guys.
podcast, bro? Okay, anyway, let's talk about how he's come along as a dastardly heel together with Julian.
he even like I think there was one time where because, you know, shout out to Julian as well. I think Div was like saying like shouting to the ring, saying that Mingray is cute, and then Julian was like, no, she's not. Then after that, then Div was like, yeah, because you are not too. And then, like, you know, Julian was like trying to like to fight a Div or something.
Oh,
God.
so
This,
bad.
still problem, this.
Yeah.
Oh, happening. I love it.
Yeah, and then-
Okay.
There is one spot where I think Christian put how to say, I think that Kelvin went up to the top of the turnbuckle to jump off from the top rope, and then sorry, from the turnbuckle, but then Christian came in, pulled Julian all the way to the turnbuckle and hit Kelvin's groin
Wow.
like 10 times.
Oh.
Yeah, like, no, you know, like he's deserving lah, cause, you know, he's rude and everything. And then like, that's how you teach him. And then there were even a spot at one of the like there was even a time where Kelvin went to the Christian and Mingray's section, and then Kelvin was like blowing a kiss to,
Oh dear
to
God.
Mingray. So when you mentioned about the
Tension.
dynamic tension, so I think that there might be like a love tension or like you know,
Alright.
like,
No lah, he taunting her only
Taunting
lah.
lah, but you know,
Well.
it's if it's like played out in the storyline, it'll be cool to see lah. Yeah.
It'll be hilarious. You know, Greg just said Kelvin's portraits on sale next show. We'll reserve for you guys. Well, I don't know
Can.
where to put it. Maybe beside my hand lotion, you know.
Bro, every episode the hand lotion got to make an appearance. Where's the hand lotion?
Wait, let me
Hashtag
see.
free the lotion.
Let me
Oh my God.
see.
Lotion.
First of
Lotion
all, guys, it's
on the
a
way.
rapid itch moisturizer approved by the National Skin Center. Please,
I don't know what you are itching, bro. I don't know what you've been itching, but
Formulated
sus.
by National Skin Center. So can we get an endorsement from them? Actually, I don't mind.
Yeah, you get free hand lotion for the rest of your life. Okay.
Anyway.
So you know, in this
Yeah.
match, like Showtime won. I think maybe because also like Christian and Mingray is not because Christian is always usually with
gelled together. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are not the regular tag team lah.
Yep, correct. Because he's always with Sarah.
Sarah.
And, so I think that could be a reason why they lost.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure Sarah is busy doing her Tarawih prayers, praying for
Date.
praying
The
for
date,
a date,
the-
praying for
Well,
dates.
yeah.
Yeah. But can I ask you in terms of the workhorse of the match, who actually to you kept this match together? Who was the glue of the match? Because there's so many moving parts.
It was definitely Kelvin, because I think he really worked. Like he was really interacting with the crowd always. Like he even like so like, you know, people were like booing him, but he's still like, you know,
Is it a way like the matchmakers are making this match with the sole purpose of highlighting Kelvin almost?
Could be, and also Ming Ray as well. I feel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Nachuan says Kelvin won with his feet on the ropes. They cheated. Of course they did. They're dastardly heels. They're supposed to cheat.
I was about to mention that. Yeah. So Kelvin won with the. Yeah. He cheated lah basically. I think that's added to his character.
Yeah.
You know, like he's.
What is the dynamic between Julian and Kelvin now? Because I remember, a few shows back, it was like Julian always scolding Kelvin, telling him, trying to teach him the ways of the evil side. Is he like a proud papa as his partner right now, like egging him on while he's doing all these dastardly things?
I wouldn't say scolding now, but I feel like it's more of like advising him.
He's one of them already, lah. As opposed to being the intern, he's like on level with them already. Okay.
I see.
Correct.
Okay. Loving the development with Kelvin and Showtime Inc. And we'll see what happens next.
I can't forget about like Prabhu. Prabhu was there as well.
Oh,
so he's
Prabhu was ringside. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Full strength.
Full strength.
Okay. So who had the highest ratings of this match?
Kelvin.
Of course.
Really love that dude. Yeah.
Extra stuff for the abs. All right.
All right.
Let's talk about the next match then. Tag team match. Aussie.
Oh, the reunited.
Oi.
Thank you.
Reunited.
Yes, reunited. They're finally back together versus Lavin and Simon Sia. Okay, so this is a new team, I guess they've put together here for this event. Again.
Or like you guys mentioned, like Surf and Turf, right?
Surf and Turf, yes.
Yeah.
It's two face teams going up against each other. Okay, tell us about the dynamic of this match.
So this is another match where like it's face versus face. So it's kind of hard for me to cite, which team. I think it's same goes towards the crowd as well, because Aussie is like very pretty over with the crowd. Yeah. And then there's like this new team of like Lavin and Simon Sia, which actually gel like very very well together. Like surprisingly. Because like Lavin is like this like aggressive on the ring, and then like there's like this high flyer from like Simon, and then like YC is back. Finally he's a married man. Finally, and then, so he's back with Sean. I'm not sure why, but like there was something missing from Aussie. Like I feel like it's. Maybe like I said, maybe it's because of like face versus face. I think people were actually maybe siding more towards Lavin and Simon Sia.
Yeah.
So I guess because of that, I think probably their head is not in the game.
Was there some instances of miscommunication or like some sort of dissension, or I don't know what's going like what are you implying from this?
I feel like probably like I'm not so because like probably like YC haven't wrestled for like some time, right? Because he took a break. So maybe that could be a reason. They lost. So they lost the match. Lavin and Simon won the match.
Who took the pinfall loss? That's the question.
It was
Was it YC?
Was it YC or Sean? Because he was a very quick
unexpected
moment. Because I
think,
so
Lavin got the pinfall on YC with a basement Meteora.
Ooh,
yeah,
basement, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty cool to see Lavin pinning it was YC or it was YC, right?
YC, yeah.
Yeah. So it was cool to see Lavin pinning YC.
Yeah, it's nice to see Lavin picking up the win. In terms of like, okay, so them as a duo, do you think like they will carry on as a duo, or was this sort of a one-off thing? Do you reckon?
I hope that they continue, because it's I think a lot of people were agreeing that they pair well together.
Yeah. Like, are they officially called Surf and Turf though?
Unofficially,
so, y'all coined the term, right? Like Surf and Turf. So okay. I mean that's another team that y'all gonna be calling, because I know that Ships Ahoy was from.
My question is because we can talk about the official announcement from Greg at the end of the night, but like, are they in the so-called announced tournament?
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not.
Okay, so it might be just a one-off pairing lah.
Yeah, but I hope they continue. I hope they one day reunite again or something. Because it's good. It's good. there's like a good communication between both of them.
Alright. I'm always curious, especially back to the Aussie, right? Like, Sean had kind of like a mini solo run, but I always felt like he still didn't feel complete because I always saw him as a tag team wrestler. Like, he didn't do to me enough to kind of stand out as a singles wrestler. But now he's back with YC, but you're still saying that it's not a perfect fit. So, like, I'm just curious, like, what is the story that they're gonna try to tell with Aussie? Is it like, since YC got married, he's distracted and there's no more chemistry with the team? Is there Sean gonna be bitter about it? So
are you looking too much into it, Foreign? At this point, I feel like you're trying to write a story that's not even there. I feel like maybe
I'm just wondering aloud.
Okay.
Because like the post match, there's something happened between between Sean and YC. So because they lost, right? YC actually stormed off, leaving Sean behind.
Stormed off.
Okay, so there you go. See, yeah.
Mr. Young, I don't need to write anything, bro. The head.
Kelvin.
So there was dissension.
Yep. So maybe what I hope that maybe because like there's tension between both of them. Maybe they come back the next match stronger because there's this probably they need more, like, I think the storyline probably like this. They're like saying like they need more communication, because like
they need to kind of get back in the groove.
Get back, yes, correct.
Or this is the seeds to the breakup lah. Heel turn, which you know what? I think that GrappleMAX needs more heels at this point. I said it. They need more heels.
Maybe we can see YC becoming the Lionheart. The evil Lionheart.
The evil Jericho. Lion.
The hair, he Jericho, bro. Y2J already.
He can be the Scar, bro. This is my pitch to GrappleMAX. I know Greg listening, right? Do a moment where he drops something of value off a cliff.
Oh, dear
like
God.
Lion King style, bro.
Oh, no, man. No,
YC betrays Sean like Scar and Mufasa.
He should do what or not? He should do the Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels betrayal of WrestleMania 19.
Yeah, the hug.
He go for the hug, but then he kick him in the balls, and then he fall down. He slide down. Why, bro? Why? Should do that.
Okay, also can that one. All right, let's get to the main event then. Huge 6-way number 1 contenders eliminate. Okay, so set up the match because last week we were still contemplating what kind of, did they all start in the ring at the same time, or is it one by one, like quote unquote Royal Rumble style?
So it's like because elimination match, right? So it's like a Royal Rumble, So they start off with SPD and Greg. So there's like after that there's like a countdown of 10 seconds to next person.
So it's essentially a Royal Rumble / Battle Royal elimination match lah.
I would say, but elimination match because they need someone need to take the pin or submission to win, right?
Yeah, and then like they don't need to beat one person and then a new person come in. They can become a triple threat, a fatal 4-way, a 5-man.
Correct. So until like the last man standing lah. Yeah, basically. Yeah. So SPD came out. Even before SPD came out, people were already chanting SPD. The crowd was really loving him. Nice. Surprisingly, SPD because he was the one that started the match. Started the match, right? So the entrance was actually the Showtime's song at first for like probably like about 30 seconds, and then it changed to MCR Welcome to the Black Parade.
So that is his so-called solo team.
Yeah, can you walk me through? Was that like his solo team song?
He's never had a solo team song, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, because he came in straight up as a member of Showtime right off the bat.
Song.
Yeah.
Okay. So he walked out with the Welcome to the Black Parade. So people were like was shocked and everything. People were like screaming and everything. So he went up to the ring. So next is Greg. So we saw Greg was very very hit in the game, very focused Greg.
Greg.
Very serious Greg. You look at his face, you know that he wants to win the match. He wants to get that spot
get back in the main event scene so I say.
Yeah, correct. So of course they started off the match, and then we go to Christian who came on because I think they added a dynamic of like Christian is like this very fluid
high flyer
and everything, and then next we go to to Dave. So Dave was the fourth entrant.
Yeah.
He was like the big man in the match lah, basically. So
Yeah.
he was also dominating and everything.
Yeah, I see. Bulldozing everyone.
Bulldozing everyone.
Yeah.
And then, like he's just like dominating like basically. And then we go to the fifth entrant, which is D. So something about when D walked out, Dave came in and like
Okay.
he just beat him up. So I think it's like a reference to the match that he had with Joseph
With
before.
Joseph.
Yeah,
because like
yeah.
because D was at the ringside, right? And I mentioned like D was like took the chair.
Yes.
Yeah. They have that ongoing storyline lah.
Yeah, so I think that was what made Dave peace. So
I see.
he beat D before he could even enter the ring.
Okay,
Nice.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, so-
That's hilarious. Wait, at
so,
this point in time, there wasn't any elimination yet, so it's
No.
becoming a 5-way. at this point.
After that it became a 6-way where Showtime came in,
Okay,
sorry,
Showtime is the final guy. Okay.
the final guy. So right before Showtime came in, there was like a spot where I think like Greg, Dave carried SPD and D. So Christian was at the top of the turnbuckle and then he just like flew him over and everyone was flat, down at the ring.
I saw the video. It's like a high crossbody on the two guys on top of the shoulders lah. So it's like a big tower
It was
of
like
doom
a
stack.
Tower of Doom situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
everyone couldn't wake up after that. So that's where Showtime came in. He's the last guy, right?
That is the classic setup in Rumbles where the dastardly heel comes in and everyone's down. He's like, yes, I am the pick of the litter right now.
Who to pin, right?
Yeah.
So he pinned everyone.
And
then,
he
like,
tried lah. He tried lah.
He tried. So I mean, of course, not SPD lah. So when he came to SPD, he was like, no, you gotta help me.
Pin everyone. Yeah.
Pin everyone, like eliminate this guy. So I think the first person to actually took the pin was actually, if I'm not wrong, it was Showtime himself.
Oh.
And then followed by
Who was he?
D.
Hold on. Who was he
pinned- who
eliminated?
pinned him?
Yeah. Bye.
Oh man,
Was it SPD doing it, or like
It
he
was-
kind
it
of
wasn't
contributed to the
SPD.
loss?
I think he contributed to the loss because sorry, I think it was D that got eliminated first. Then after that, Showtime. I think it was between the two of them that got eliminated first.
Was it like quick fire eliminations? Like it happened right after the other, or it wasn't. It was like D getting the surprise loss first, and then it was Showtime.
If I'm not wrong, sorry, it's D, right? Greg, I think Greg mentioned. Oh, sorry, Christian out first. All right. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
Saleh, next time must take notes.
Yeah.
Write down one by
Right now,
one,
right now,
I
right now.
did. So sorry guys.
Must write down
Yeah.
notes.
So wait. So was it
Yeah.
Christian first, followed by D, Showtime, then Big Dave?
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah,
I'm looking at GrappleMAX's Instagram right now. They have it lined up like that. So I'm going to assume that's the order lah. But Greg, tell me if I'm wrong.
Wait, so you're saying that Dave was eliminated halfway? I'm curious to see how Dave was taken out.
I think it was oh man, wait. Dave was, I think it was pretty quick, like one after another.
I'm assuming SPD might have a play in a lot of the scenarios. I mean, I'm hoping, right? That's why they're building that babyface momentum for him, because he kind of like helped to eliminate the biggest guy there.
Oh, Div Royalty
yeah.
says Christian and D were eliminated. I only remember because of the GST reunion.
So there was a
We
GST
forget.
reunion.
Yes, that's GST right there. Yes.
Yeah, Smart Dave.
9% this year. But anyway.
Yeah, Smart Dave and Greg kind of
yeah.
face in the middle of the ring, and like, how was the crowd reaction to that moment?
So people were chanting like 9% GST. But
Okay.
It's
Yes.
a reunion, right? Yeah.
People
Can you guys like
going
walk
on
me
it.
through? Because like I'm not familiar with like GST, because I heard that it was like a tag team way before like last time, right? Yeah.
Yes. So back in when both of them were still in SPW, Greg Glorious and Smart Dave, they were part of a tag team. They call themselves GST, which stands for Great Singapore Tag Team, I believe, right? If I'm not wrong. So
But
that was the
hilariously,
play.
it also means GST lah.
Yeah, so that was the play on that. And then
Okay. I have the order. Najwan confirmed the order already. Christian first, followed by D, followed by Showtime, followed by Dave, followed by Boss.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense, right? So I'm assuming Dave's elimination might have something to do with Greg being involved in it or helping to eliminate him. And then the final two was SPD and Boss, yeah?
Yep, correct.
Okay, cool.
It's
Tell-
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say tell me about of course SPD ended up becoming the MVP and getting the victory. But anyone else impressed in that run? Like anyone from that 6 that you was like, oh, I really stepped up in this scenario or like caught your attention?
I would say Greg, because I think he really put himself in the match. He wants, you can tell he really wants to win this match.
He was the ring general.
He was, I would say, yeah, he came in very close. I think there was a spot where he did like a submission to SPD, and I think SPD almost stepped out, but he hold on to the ropes. And then that's where SPD actually did a stunner to Greg, and that's where they SPD pin him lah. Yeah.
Is this the first time we've seen SPD do the stunner? Like I don't remember him having this as a finisher.
Wasn't he always doing in the stunner? I think he was he had a bit of the Sandman Stone Cold vibe to him.
I'm not sure, but just seeing it in the highlights, right, on social media, I was like, oh crap, okay. I mean, first of all, we've always talked about how SPD had a lot of potential, but like I said, the whole time we've seen him as a heel, a dastardly heel, and I was always talking about how he had such a natural heel heat, right? Tell us about him being sort of suddenly the baby face. Like, how did he get the crowd over, on his side so quickly, so, out of the blue, almost, it seems?
Maybe because, I think most of the people that, not say most, probably, I say, 50% of the crowd is, probably, SPD supporters.
Okay.
Yeah, there was even, a little kid supporting SPD. There was there's one time where I think the kid was shouting, "Let's go, Uncle Sean," or something. And then and then people were like, "Oh, Uncle Sean." Yeah,
so no, he cannot call Uncle Sean because of that.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty cute because the little I think probably I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl, but the little kid was echoing "Let's go, Uncle Sean," and then the whole room could hear that voice. So it was yeah.
You know that kid is still small, but you cannot tell whether it's a guy or a girl.
Yeah.
The same bull haircut, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's so cute. Okay, that's the reason why on social media people were saying Uncle Sean in the comment.
Right.
Yeah, correct.
I'm guessing it's telegraph where maybe Sean knew he was gonna win and it's ask the entire family come and watch.
maybe that's how I guess I think probably most of his friends were shouting chanting SPD, and that's how the whole crowd was chanting for SPD. That's
great. This achieves 2 things in my opinion, right? It gives a new contender to the main event scene, right?
Yep.
We've seen everyone challenge for the title from Showtime. If you guys realize the last couple of shows, Showtime has gone for the title. Julian had a one-on-one match. We had Prabhu involved in the title scene last time. And then now SPD is going to get his shot. What do you guys think of SPD becoming in the main event scene? Is this catharsis for his character? And walk through what happened post-match.
Okay, so I feel him winning the match is very deserving because I think I heard that he's was in the scene for quite some time, ever since SPW, right?
Yeah, he's been around for a while. Yeah. In fact, he has been on the show before, but you have to go back into the archives to see who has been on the show before.
Okay.
Way before your time, he was on the show.
Yeah, he was on the show before.
Okay.
Before last week.
Div Royalty said the reason why he got so much fan support is because of the little girl and because of kick to the gut.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
No, I think it's because of his work, right? I think there's a lot of respect. When you see what he does, I think people enjoy what he does. And it wasn't a hard turn. I don't think it was a hard turn,
And one other thing is I feel it's the way he's being elevated sometimes it feels very random, but if you really know his story, it's like a Kofi Mania situation. He's always been there.
Yeah.
Finally he's getting his flowers time to time.
Correct.
Did you feel that moment was a little bit like a moment?
Oh, I would say so that moment. Because Showtime was in that match as well, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So when after the bell rung, all of the full squad was there, celebrating SPD, and then Showtime was there just like thinking ahead, like you know, like this. I should have been winning. You know, I should have won that match. But then after that, they actually hug it out. You know, like oh, we should celebrate SBD's victory or something like that. And then they were like, you know, drinking. They took out the Coke.
The Coke.
Yeah, the
Drinking
Coke.
the Coke. Yeah.
So I think they were like in circles. So in the middle was SPD. So they were like celebrating, and then like, all right, let's just drink the Coke. So SPD SPD drank the Coke, and the rest of the Showtime just like throw out all the Cokes in their hands.
Yep.
And then they look at SPD, like everyone was staring at him. So that's where like Kelvin was having a bet. I'm not sure if he's gaming or something like that, but he was holding a bet. So that's where like he came in and he just like hantam him lah, you know, like he just whacked the shit out of SPD.
Did the crowd? I mean, I wish I was there for that moment, but you know, usually in these moments there's like you know, the crowd kind of knows what's going to happen next, but they're like,
I saw this video where she was shouting no, but like was the crowd like telegraphing it as well?
Yeah. So when I say like when SPD when Showtime hugged SPD, right, people was like going, oh, you know, like or like it's like a heartwarming moment because like, wow, okay, even though like Showtime lost, but he was celebrating like SPD. But then because of like the betrayal, people were going like, oh man, like a lot of hearts was broken that night, you know. People they didn't expect that betrayal.
Difficulty says it was a heartbreaking cinema la alma. The cinematic era in GrappleMAX.
It's almost like the bloodline, I would say.
It's a Sami Zayn situation, right?
Yes, correct.
Tell us about the reaction after. Like, was it just boos all the way for?
Was the boos raining?
Everybody was just booing and chanting SPD because, you know, to in support, right? But you know, Showtime didn't care. They like,
of course, they beat him down.
They just continued to beat him down until like, you know, the whole show ended. So that's the angle that they are doing.
I'm curious. I got a prediction, right?
Okay.
Because clearly now we've cemented SPD as the baby face, right? But he's also the number one contender, supposedly to fight for Wilson Nix.
A champion who is also a babyface.
Are we gonna see a Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes situation against the Bloodline going forward?
Here's the thing too, like SPD, he can play. He doesn't necessarily have to play a babyface, right? He can be like you talked about, like the Sandman. Like he's a babyface. People cheer him, but he can tweak the rules a bit because that's his character. That's who he is, right? Like an Eddie Guerrero style type babyface.
Yeah. And I think he can be
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin.
He can outsmart the Bloodline with his own way as well, like you said, right? He can do all the, you know, shenanigans, you know, on Showtime and try to get out of their wares. But I'm just curious, like before they actually have that title match, could there be like a side mission where
Showtime
they come together and fight against Showtime?
Yeah, they have to what? Like, I mean, you know, the idea here is obviously Showtime will try to get involved in all of SPD's dealings and they have to have a blow off. Plus, let's not forget, Wilson is quote unquote injured, so maybe it will take a while. So you have to do a whole bunch of side quests first.
Yeah, funnily enough, we mentioned you know, Showtime and SPD talk about what happened in the video reel that you created, right, Saleh? And then this Showtime Inc's Instagram account DM us lah. And then somebody said, I don't know who was the one that handling that account lah, saying like, please do not tag us in the same video as SPD anymore. We do not want to be involved with them. We are not involved. We are not associated with them and with him anymore. Kindly remove us from being tagged.
Wow.
Oh, then I'm like, I give a sad emoji. Okay, you do you, fam. But we still gonna keep them together. But yeah, that was a shocking moment. And kudos to, I think, GrappleMAX for advancing the story.
Yeah.
At that point in time. Yeah.
I'm definitely very excited to see where they go with this, especially with SPD. I've talked about how much of a fan I am of his work already, and to see now a new wrinkle in his, you know, his character work, I think that will be something very exciting to see in the next couple of months.
Yeah, I'm giving, like, you know, like sneak peek to my ratings, right, for the Patreon.
Rating. Yep.
My highest rating for that night goes to SPD.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Well, you're not gonna say the lowest, or is he gonna save it for Patreon?
Save it for
Patreon. You know.
Save it for Patreon.
Okay.
But
You know,
okay.
one more thing about the SW20. So, one thing I wanted to announce is that, part of our evaluation period is that you need to have a minimum of 3 matches before you can enter the official table rankings. So, we've been kind of laying the groundwork, reviewing all the shows in the last couple of months. We've done one for SPW, but this is actually officially the 3rd GrappleMAX show that you can qualify for in the evaluation period. So after I tabulate and see Div's star ratings and Saleh's star ratings, this weekend I am gonna officially unveil the first round of the table ranking. So I'm curious to see who is the number 1 right now.
Excel spreadsheet us, bro. Bring it on, man, bro.
I'm gonna
Pivot
bring all
table.
that. I'm gonna bring the pivot table.
Oh God. Okay, we do have some interviews before we do anything else. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear the one with Greg first of all. Saleh managed to catch up with Greg after Amplify.
Hi guys, I'm with Greg. Just ended Amplify. Any quick words right now?
Came close. You enjoyed the match?
I enjoyed the match.
Yeah. Better if I won, but otherwise I think it was great. SPD, that was his night. I think the crowd felt it. I think we felt it. You felt it.
Yeah.
So congrats to SPD for winning the number 1 contendership. But what comes next, right? So as we announced earlier on, tag team tournament, Inglorious is gunning for the GrappleMAX Tag Team Championships. So Boss Gregory, Wildfire Ramos, it's us against 7 other teams, including for the very first time, Best Bros, Valiant Aki, Mitsuruga from Choco Pro over in Japan. Super exciting. Look forward to that. Tickets go on sale very soon, happening end of June. Dude, I'm so tired.
That was a great show, Greg. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm begging you to put the bag down, bro. Hashtag put the bag down.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, so like what Greg mentioned, so after the whole show ended, Greg came out and he announced that
Yes.
the tag team tournament is coming soon, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Are there going to be tag team title belts created for this or what?
I'm not so sure about that.
Or is it a
because
cup? Yeah.
no, I'm not so sure. I probably we will ask because Greg is in the chat, right? Maybe you
Yeah,
might.
he literally can answer this question. Greg,
Exactly.
if you heard what we asked, can you let us know? Is it a belt or is it a cup?
But very quickly, just to go through the tag teams that are involved, I have it in front of me right now. We got Mei Suruga and Balian Aki.
Yeah, the best
Right?
bros. Yeah.
They are the best bros versus Aussie, which will be interesting given what has happened between YC and Sean, the potential tension, right?
Maybe the tension is gonna carry through the tournament, perhaps.
Yeah, if they get knocked out in the first round, that kind of thing. Ban and Big Dave, like you talk about tension.
There you go.
They're in it as well. Yeah, you got Cornelius and Blazing Raj from MyPW.
Okay, so we got a MyPW representation in
That's
this
right.
tournament.
Yes. And then you got D and Joses. I'm petitioning for them to be called D Joses.
The Joses. D apostrophe the Joses. You know like D Marquis.
Yeah, the Joses.
Hey, why are we naming all the GrappleMAX?
I don't know. How about D Jose? Okay, anyway. And of course, Inglorious and Boss Gregory and Wildfire Ramos and Ships Ahoy. Sarah has said in the chat she likes shiny things, so there you go. And Showtime Inc. of Prabhu and Julian.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, the quarterfinal, I would like to point this out. The quarterfinals start June 29th. That's one day after my birthday.
Then all the more, Mr. Young will be there, and you want to give a shout out to Mr. Young during the event.
You know, I love like tournaments like this because June, like my birthday, this period, you always used to be King of the Ring. That's why King of the Ring always was my favorite pay-per-view.
I see. So what is your favorite tournament nowadays in wrestling? Is it the Continental Classic?
Your hate, lah. I would rather watch the Queen's Crown. Remember that? One-off thing, Queen's Crown.
The Queen's Crown.
Talking about it, I think Greg did mention in the chat. He said yes, it's belts.
Oh, nice.
It's belts. I see. Well, speaking of rankings, I think I will do a much better job than Tony Khan. And I will definitely ensure that the ratings and the rankings are tabulated so that the wrestlers know what the fans are thinking about your performances and who's doing the best right now.
Okay, we have one more clip that we have to play, and I'm very interested to watch this, Saleh. Our poor
Yes.
intern. Did you kena
Please.
bully by Showtime Inc?
I don't know, man.
Aiyo.
You gotta help me. Y'all gotta help me.
Okay.
This one you gotta put on social media. I want to see on.
Okay,
this.
come. We watch this.
Right now, I'm with Showtime Inc.
Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you the intern for Kick to the Gut? Hey, let me tell you something, okay? There's only one intern in Singapore, okay? And you're looking at him. Alright? So I suggest you change your job title.
Well, that's
There you have it. The number one intern in Singapore, Sean P. had what was coming to him. There were too many Chinese people in Showtime Inc. We had to kick one out. It's nothing personal, strictly business.
well, those are some words from Showtime Inc. I don't want to say. Please, foreign, Young, please help me.
What's this?
Bud and Ernie, I hope you're watching this. Where were you? Were you supposed to win all the matches, huh?
Yes.
I'll send the SW top 20.
Now your dumbass intern is here, and we're gonna beat him up until we get all the 5-star matches. Tokyo Dome, Ubi Dome, it doesn't matter. We want the smoke.
What the hell? What the
Ubi
hell
Dome, bro. Ubi Dome. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, Showtime wants to smoke, man.
Okay, so we need to set up Saleh versus Kelvin internship title on the line. That needs to happen, bro. Hashtag
Walao.
internship title.
Wait, you know-
Intern versus intern, is it?
Yeah, we
Kelvin-
make them a cardboard title for them to wear. Of best
Kelvin-
intern.
There's only one intern here. It's me.
Them's fighting words. Okay. We need to create like those trophies like best dad. Best dad mark. We have a best intern mark, and then they can fight for it.
I tell you what, I'm gonna create some Kick to the Gut merch, right? Maybe this year our mark will be best intern goes
Yeah.
to Saleh. We'll do a Saleh exclusive merch.
Yes, and then Saleh versus Kelvin for that mark in the ring.
yes.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, see, Mr. Young, I already have some beef with Sarah. Now intern got beef. Mr.
Yeah.
Young,
What?
come, you and Greg, can we have some beef, please?
Why, Greg? Why are you throwing names out there randomly? I'm a very diplomatic, objective individual. Upstanding citizen. No? I start no such things.
Tell that to all the AEW fans listening. To objective.
But that's,
Very,
that- that's
bro,
the,
very.
That's the that's the beauty of it, right? We are doing this, but of course we are also like beefing with everyone else.
Oh, dear. Yeah. It's not the beauty lah. I don't want to get jumped when I go my Hari Raya visiting. Then suddenly kena jump by people
Bro.
unnecessarily.
We already got like threats online.
If you know, you know, guys.
Yeah.
Some people asking, who is our superior? Who is our supervisor? You want to ask for the email all?
Huh? Is it really who?
Yeah.
Did that happen? I only remember the one burning down the studio line.
Oh, that one Berlin Studio. That one is all fun and games on the SPW side. But we have the he who shall not be named looking to pick a fight with us as well. Don't play.
The
Oh,
legitimate, yeah.
See, I roll my eyes all the way in the back of my head. It's going to fall out my ass very soon.
Oh dear God. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Thank you, Saleh, for giving us your review. We look forward to your ratings and great things happening out of GrappleMAX. Yeah.
I just saw that. I think somebody's telling Saleh to hurry up. Okay, so we're going to wrap things up before Saleh gets yanked out of the podcast unceremoniously. Okay. Guys, next week is going to be a very special episode because we are leading up to WrestleMania. And in the lead up to WrestleMania, we have a very special way of predicting some of the matches. In fact, head to our Discord. If you haven't already joined us on Discord, go into the description, look for us on Discord because we will be putting up a poll very soon. And let me just say, it has to do with the WWE 2K24 video game that recently came out. Yes, we are going to use the game to predict some of the winners at WrestleMania. It's going to be a fun little thing while we preview WrestleMania as well.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a good excuse for you guys to as well join us on Patreon because we might be giving away a little something.
Yes.
To our people. For those people who enjoy the gaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Najwan says he's getting cues. Okay, we're all getting cues. Okay. So we'll wrap things
Who
up.
is queuing us?
Man,
I'm the one that's working from home and I'm so chill about it. You all relax. So let's go one more hour. No,
Nope.
just kidding.
Okay, as always, it's Mr. Young.
It's for in the building.
and I'm Saleh.
It's Kick
Bye-bye.
to the Gut.
Let's do
Kick to the
it.
gut.
Let's get out of here. Bye bye.